Voices.
Lights, camera, laughter. Welcome to We Heard Voices with
Rain,
Olivia,
Millie, and Sophie.
For movie-loving mates with a sprinkle of cinematic charm. Join us as we deep dive into the world of movies, sharing laughs, insights, and our own personal faves. Sometimes we'll even have some special guests popping in to share their own favourite films with us. So grab a brew, get yourself comfy, and join us for We Heard Voices. Thank you. I love how I get an applause every time. I love it. This week we watched 500 Days at Summer, which was Sophie's recommendation.
It was. I want to say it's my favourite film though, but I was writing about it for my evaluation, so it was on my mind. Yeah. Okay. Who's first time seeing it? I know the answer.
Yeah, it was my first time seeing it.
Rain? Thoughts, like initial thoughts, good, bad, in between.
It was fine. I was kind of bored. It's not my kind of film though. I don't really like romance kind of things.
But it's not a typical romance.
It
Yeah,
did say
because
at the
I'm
start,
also
this
not-
is not a romance.
It's
Yeah.
not a love story, it's a
That
story
was
about
the one.
love.
Yeah, I know. I was still kind of bored
Question.
until like the end.
It's like, oh.
I gave it a 3, if that helps.
Okay.
It was 5.
You got it at 10, I was going to kick
No.
off again.
No, it's a good film. It's not a bad film.
But
It's
it's
just
mid.
it's not my kind of film.
That's fine.
That's fair. Others?
I liked it. I thought it was actually better the second time watching.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. 100%. I'm tired, guys.
Yeah, it was alright, wasn't it? It was alright. And to be fair, I did think I liked it the first time I watched it because then that's when I fully felt the emotions and I started crying. Didn't cry this time.
See, I feel like when you watch it the second time, you watch it with like a really different perspective.
Yeah.
Because the first time I was kind of like in between on who I agreed with.
Yeah.
But this time I was 100% Summer is right and Tom is a not nice person.
Thank you for breaking that up.
Yeah. My first note also is not really relevant to the plot. But you know the opening credits bit?
Yeah.
I feel like I've wrote the same thing.
It reminded me of your coursework for photography.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have you seen my coursework?
No, yeah, for photography.
Photography.
You know the videos.
Photography.
Yeah.
I was like, film. Have you seen my short film?
It's all I could think of, but I love the opening credits scene when
It's so cute.
Yeah.
It's probably one of my favourite scenes. I wrote it down immediately. It's like home footage, nostalgia feel. I quite liked it.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I thought it was so cute.
Home videos cute.
Yeah.
Little kiss.
I did write something else which I thought Sophie had wrote, which was just early exposure to sad British pop music.
What? Wait. Okay.
Why did you think Sophie had written that?
Flashback to 12-year-old them.
Uh-huh.
Emo Tom Holland. Thoughts? Because
I love how you're going to photo as well for reference.
I had to check the IMDb page to
But
check that it wasn't Tom Holland.
Yeah. When he does that interview and he's like, I can't really explain it. I haven't got the words.
It just is Tom. No, that just is. Okay. Okay. I don't know whether to just go for the big question of like who was in the right in the film. Because does anyone have any like strong feelings about that?
I don't think either of them were.
Yeah.
But one more than the other?
I'll let Ryan go and then I'll take my
Okay,
opinion.
so Tom should have respected that someone didn't want anything serious. Okay, him pushing for more was immature. She'd said that they were adults. He just kept getting in his own head. But with her dancing with him at the wedding when she was with somebody, and then her suddenly getting engaged, not giving any
indication.
hint, yeah, like that felt like leading him on, or not fair to her partner at the least.
They did just dance though.
They did just dance.
Nothing
that is
else
fair.
happened. They just danced.
And she wasn't like flirting with him. She was just dancing with him.
I feel like it's kind of skewed because it's from his perspective.
Yeah, 100%. This is what I like love about this film is that it's so biased to Tom.
Unreliable narrator.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, like everything. I don't know how to word it, but it's like everything that goes wrong, like in terms of her not telling him about his engagement, her engagement.
He got engaged.
Or like them dancing and stuff like that. It's like he views that as like her kind of doing a disservice to him.
Yeah.
But in my head, it was like I think she just views it very differently. Like she views relationships really differently.
Yeah.
Because she was like, she didn't see that as a big deal. Like them being together was sort of not really a huge thing.
Yeah.
But to him, it was like...
And she did practice that from the start.
She did. I've written down her quotes.
Go on. Give him those.
First indication. So you got a boyfriend? No. Why not? Because I don't want one.
Don't they just say, like, are you a lesbian?
And she's like, no.
No.
I just want to be single.
And then they go,
Okay.
she's a man. Oh, maybe I don't have all the quotes. Maybe I have one.
maybe she's lying to us.
They used to call me anal girl.
I almost wrote that down, but I didn't think we could say it
Oh,
on
I
the
don't
podcast.
Whoops. And then when they're in bed and she's like, I don't want anything serious in IKEA. It's just like, and then there's a family and
The IKEA scene's so weird though, because why are they just doing that all in a bed and then it just pans to the family just watching them just...
Yeah.
I remember the first time I watched the film, I was so scared they were going to do like more in IKEA, and I was like, stop.
I was quite
in
worried.
IKEA, calm down.
I wrote next to it that I've still never been to IKEA. I felt quite left out.
Oh.
I've got IKEA date with a little.
Yeah. I think
yeah,
it's such
I
a cute
want to
date
go on an
concept.
IKEA date.
Yeah.
That is like one of my dream dates, can't lie. It's just simple, but just so...
Such high standards.
Yeah.
IKEA date, right up there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's so cute though. To be fair, yeah. I also got a quote from oh my god, I don't know. Is it Zoe Deschanel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. The actor who plays
Summer.
yeah.
Okay.
The girl pop from Elf.
The girly pop from
Yeah.
Elf. The quote I had from her was from a video, like an interview she did, and she said that the character, as in her character Summer, is a 3D character but is played in a 2-dimensional way in the context of the film.
Yeah.
And I thought that was well smart.
That is quite clever.
Because I think what the film does like so well is it like presents Summer fully just like through the male gaze.
Yeah.
And it's like a really good representation of that, and how like an idea of a person can be so like skewed, and you can be kind of driven to dislike them just because you're being told it from Tom's
just because
perspective.
someone's gone, not a big fan of them, then
Yeah.
you go, maybe I am not a big fan of him.
Exactly. Yeah. Like Tom, I have quite strong feelings about Tom.
He kind of creeped me out a little bit.
I really don't like him. I feel like they're both young people, but like, so they make mistakes. But Tom, you're laughing at me.
No, I'm just laughing at Ren staring at me.
Just because you were laughing that I was staring at you.
Oh.
I thought you had a comment.
No, I'm just really intrigued to what Sophie's yapping about.
Right. Some of like the quotes I got written down of Tom make him sound like such like, I can't swear, such a horrible person. He goes, this is the bit that really irked me.
Really
Is when
grinds
he's
the gears.
is when like he gets punched in the face.
That
which
annoyed
was
me
so
so
deserved,
much.
by the way, because what an idiot.
He just sat there and didn't do a single thing.
Yeah, and then as soon as he got emasculated by the guy, he
He
was
was
like and then when they got home and she was like, yeah, why would you do that? Stupid. And
Direct
says
quote.
to sleep on it, he goes, you're not the only one who gets a say in this You're not the only one who gets to say in this, and I say we're a couple.
Oh yeah, I wrote that down. What?
Sorry, not how it works, Tom.
And he just goes like, I got beat up for you.
Did you?
Yeah, really?
Did you? And then I can't remember whether she's talking. I can't remember whether he's talking to Rachel or his mates, but he goes, either she's an evil, emotionless, miserable human being, or she's a robot. Like, it's so extreme.
Yeah.
And then he says, like, there's a bit where he has a bit of a monologue and he's talking about, like, he's finally, like, grown up and realised what love really is. And he's just kind of basically spewing what Summer has said the entire film. And he goes, people should be able to say how they really feel, as if she hasn't been telling him how she really feels for the entire film.
Yeah, from the start.
And then the last one I got was, you just do what you want to, don't you? When they're on the bench. But he says it in such a snarky way. It's like, just because she got married?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Can I share a quote?
Yes.
It's not as serious as those, but I love the way she looks when she's sleeping, and I just wrote Edward Cullen.
Who's that?
Twilight.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly what you're on about. He comes into, I know I've said this many a time, but he comes into our room and just stands there and goes, I like to watch you sleep.
But the way he then says it again, like when he's being dead horrible to her as well.
Yeah, I wrote that down as well.
It's her cockroach birthmark. Get a grip, mate. He's so dramatic.
But that's what life's like when you've got a crush. 1 second you're like, oh my god, best person ever, and then the next person you're like, I hate you.
Yeah, but it's always her fault.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
he needs to get a grip.
Yeah.
Like, at the very start, when, like, he's just seen her for the first time, and then his friend's saying, like, all this, like, nasty stuff about, like, rumours and stuff. He goes, screw her, I don't care. If she wants to be that way, fine. And then it cuts to them in the lift, and she goes, I love the Smiths. And he goes, oh, she's perfect. I love her.
It was so
shallow.
Good.
She's so good.
And just the way I personally love Rachel.
Oh, icon.
Yeah.
I love her.
She's so right in just everything she says. And she's like 10. But
it is a bit sad he's getting a relationship advice from his little sister.
I know, but she's so real. It's when he has that moment and then he just fully, like, is like, she's the one we're meant to be. And she goes, I love how they're also playing Wii tennis, was it?
Yeah.
I love it. She's like, just because some cute girl likes the same bizarro crap you do, that doesn't make her your soulmate, Tom. And then he acts confused. He's like, what?
What?
Huh?
I thought that's what it meant. I thought you just have
but
to
she
like
likes
the
the
same thing.
Smiths. It's meant to be.
As well, he just puts the Smiths on at one point and just waits for her to look over. He's like,
but it's just like out loud in an office.
Yeah.
That's so rude to do.
Yeah.
I wrote down a quote from his sister. It's just Brad Pitt's face and Jesus' abs.
Yeah.
Why Jesus' abs?
I
thought it was Jesus level abs.
I'm pretty sure it was just Jesus' abs.
I just thought it was Jesus' abs.
I thought.
I mean, still.
Things. Jesus level abs.
And what was
like,
his? Was it
highs
Lars
to
from
high.
Norway?
Yeah.
Lars from Norway. Face of Brad Pitt.
Yeah, the guy she meets at the gym.
Abs.
Could I ask a question?
Yeah.
The dancing sequence. Where did that come from? Why is there a marching band and a random blue animated bird?
because he's so happy.
Yeah.
Because they've I don't think I could say it on the podcast.
Because they've made love.
Yeah, I got that. It just didn't seem to fit with the rest of the film. It just came out of nowhere.
But it used to show how his emotions felt.
Yeah, but what I
visual representation.
what I loved
So
about
true.
that was that it was just him. It was like they had like a couple sentences, then it like fast forwarded to the next day, and then it was just him like, and everyone cheering on him.
Yeah,
And it was like, oh my god, well done. It was like just got nothing to do with her.
No, but
Like-
I have wrote for I said dancing is given Enchanted a special the bird animation.
Yeah.
It just gave... Have you not seen Enchanted?
I've only played the game and I've watched the film.
The game.
The DS game.
And I loved Enchanted.
I need to bring my DS in to show you my
It's quite
Enchanted
beautiful.
game.
But, like, sort of, you know what I'm on about.
Yeah, possibly.
I also know what you're on about.
They've played the game.
I've also seen clips.
I've seen clips. I've just never seen.
And
the
she
whole
just, like,
film.
genuinely goes outside, and because she's obviously a Disney princess in the real world, which is kind of the whole plot. You're right there, Mel.
I felt like quite targeted because she's obviously a Disney princess, and that's the whole plot of the film.
I mean, she's a Disney princess in the real world. That is the plot of the film. And so she goes out into the real world and starts singing and having a little dance, singing about how great the world is and all that jazz. And it just gave me the same vibes.
Yeah, no, as soon as the bird popped up, I was like, he's Snow White.
I wrote down, like, right at the beginning that Summer was being presented as, like, sort of Disney princess. Do you know when, like, when she moves into an area, she becomes friends with everybody, the, like, prices go up, things like that.
Oh my god, I have thoughts on that scene. But also, yeah. But at the same time, Disney princesses, it's usually it's about them. But
Yeah,
this
I
one
know.
was fully just
About him.
Tom.
Well, this was what I wrote at the beginning before I watched the rest of the film. So I kind of went back on that, but I
Fair.
did write down that she was being presented as kind of, like, a perfect person, a Disney princess, like she'd been idealised.
Yeah. I've got the introduction to her with the black and white sequence. It fully, like, quantifies... This is me getting into a bit of, like, film studies.
Go on.
It, like, quantifies her existence by, like, making up absurd correlations between her and then, like, the fantastical statistics, because it was, like, just
yeah.
absolutely mental stuff that he's banging on about that was just so irrelevant.
Yeah, it was like ice cream went up in 212%
yeah,
sales or something.
and she was just, like, this, like, picture perfect, like, housewife type character. It was really odd. Wasn't a fan.
Like when they were in IKEA and then he like suddenly sat down with his knife and fork and was like, "What's for dinner, honey?" Just give me like Gilmore Girls, Rory cooking for Dean, and it gave me flashbacks. It wasn't. You need to watch Gilmore Girls.
I liked it, but also like hated it. But I think that's the point of it.
Yeah.
Whenever he watches like a film in the cinema, when he's watching films and then it turns into himself in the films, because I feel like it shows that how he pictures him and Summer as like characters in a film, and he's like what would you call it, like a tragic hero, and he's like so hard done to, and she's like, I don't know, just out to get him or something.
I think that's like similar with like, do you know like the dancing scene? It's like his life is a movie. It's so good.
Yeah, and he's the hero. He's the can do no wrong.
Just a thing that I wrote about the film though was that the mime was rude, letting go of the balloon. I'm like, you shouldn't. That was so mean. That's all I wrote about the film bit. Do you know when he's in the cinema and he's watching the film? Yeah. The mime just lets go of the balloon. I'm like, what? I know why they did it, but I'm like, that's just a rude thing to do.
But he deserves it.
He does. It was just a mean thing to do.
Too right to that man. Would have done the same.
Did the mime also hit him, or did I imagine that?
What?
I don't remember
that bit.
Okay, so this was about where I fell asleep and then had to wake back up. So I think I imagined that, but apparently I wanted the mime to hit him. Because I imagined the mime hit him.
That's fair.
Oh, this is a quote. I can't really remember where it was from. I think it was, do you know, the karaoke bit at the start?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where she says, "I named my cat after Springsteen." And he goes, what was his name? Bruce?
I also liked that bit. Oh, speaking of karaoke, segue, guys.
Yep.
The music in the film, love, brill soundtrack, stunning. That was the segue.
Would you like to give us a bit of karaoke?
Nope.
You sure?
She thought about it. She went, "Oh no." She had pitch perfect flashbacks.
I've looked back on that footage. Never again.
No one's ever singing again on the podcast.
I've already sung today. So Brad did just go, "That's a double decker bus."
And now,
Crashes into us.
now she's just done it again.
To die by your side.
Anyway, I don't think what the notes.
Also, I don't remember the context of this, but I think it's Tom that says this, and he just says, "I guess we can just agree to disagree." And I feel like that just sets the whole tone of the relationship.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was right. This is delving into the cinematography a bit, which I loved. But that conversation when they're talking and she's literally explaining to him step by step why she doesn't want a boyfriend.
Yeah.
They're like, it's played out like a really romantic moment. And
Yeah.
that happens like several times in the film, like when they get coffee on the train and it's like the lighting of it is like golden hour and it's like this
it's like,
huge
oh.
romantic moment, and it's literally them getting coffee or her explaining why she doesn't want to have a proper relationship. And then you can see it in his eyes as well, like you're saying, like he looks like he's taking it on as like a challenge or something. He's like, we'll see about that.
Yeah.
But she's just so straightforward, like, yeah, no, I don't want a boyfriend. It annoyed me. I don't like Tom.
Can tell.
You know what? I'm starting to get that image.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say the mime should have hit him, that's all I was saying.
True. Happy engagement, Millie, by the way.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone.
Did anyone else? I got so excited when I saw it.
Guys! You're just not true friends.
Wow.
You're just not true friends.
Fake.
What did we miss?
Yeah, the engagement party.
Her name was Millie.
And there's just a massive sign. And it just pans and it goes, happy engagement, Millie.
Who's the engagement's party?
What do you mean? It's Millie's.
In the film, that woman gets engaged.
Not Summer.
Not
No,
They
I
end up
know.
going to the wedding.
Yeah, but I didn't see her getting engaged.
No, they go to the engagement party.
It's like in the office, and they have like the fake champagne or prosecco or whatever.
Oh, I thought someone was leaving.
No,
it's
she
a,
got engaged.
it's a big
thought-
sign that says happy engagement, Millie.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't read. Well, we should have blamed it on that.
Do you know when they're on the train and they're going to the wedding?
Mm-hmm.
I wrote quite an angry note about this. They just walk away and leave their things unattended on the train, and it really frustrated me because why would you do that? And then they just go and sit somewhere else and have a coffee on the train whilst their things are in their
No,
seats.
but it's not. I don't know if the coffee was on the train because it you could see the sea outside, and it really confused me.
Was it not on the train?
I thought it
I
was on the
don't
train
know.
because she said they were going getting coffee whilst they were on the train, and then he just leaves his things and they walk off.
It was on.
It was on the.
It was on the train.
I think.
Do you
I
know
think the
that-
sea just confused me. I just thought it must be a boat. It must be a boat.
Trains can go back to the sea.
So it wasn't that it wasn't moving or anything.
No, it was that the sea was there.
You can't have a train track next to the sea.
No. Go on the ocean to come and get it.
Yep, bridges don't exist, guys.
No.
Alright, guys. I was quite tired when I watched the film, and I'm still quite tired.
Same.
I'm just looking at the funny things I noticed, and one of them's just at the Modern Art Museum. The first picture was a picture of two dogs just doing it.
Yeah.
And it really threw me off.
It's
It was disturbing.
Do you know the bit that's like framed as like interviews about like their love lives?
Yeah.
I found that bit quite funny. I wrote down, "I'm flexible and the cute." Yeah, that's from one of our cards. No, I didn't write it. And Robin's better than the girl of my dreams. She's real.
That was so
I
cute.
loved that. Yeah.
Also, him being in this film really jump scared me.
Hey.
Criminal Minds, man.
Yeah, Spencer Reid.
I can't say I've watched. Yeah, no.
I've
I
watched Criminal Minds.
watched 2 episodes.
What's his face?
I watched about 2 seasons.
Mr. What was his Lance or something? What's his name? Mr. Vance. I just thought of Agents of Shield.
That's all I thought of.
It's all I
That's
can see
all
him
I
as.
thought of. And I
Yeah.
didn't know if anyone else would know it, so I didn't think I should reference it.
See, I only referenced it because I thought you'd know it.
I do. I have got a Funko
Marvel.
pop of him.
That's a really cute bestie moment you just had.
You should watch it.
Wait, have you watched all of it?
I think so.
the characters in my film are named after Daisy. Because the actress is Chloe. That's what they're named after.
Love
Cute.
that.
Anyways, guys, back to the film.
I also got that when they're at the wedding, I really love that they're sat at the kids' table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Duck, duck, goose.
Yeah. What's everyone's favourite scene?
Do you know the
I
bit?
couldn't think of a segue.
Do you know the bit where they like go back and look at the things that have been shown as happy before, but they extend the scenes to show like the issues after his sister's told him to go and think about it?
Yeah.
That was my favourite bit of the film.
Yeah, no, I also like that because it was just fully just showing that Summer was just not happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also shows the unreliable narration.
I agree. Similar to that, I guess it's sort of the whole film, but the reality versus expectations.
Yeah.
scene,
Yeah. I love that scene.
so iconic, and just like I thought it was brilliant because it's just like the same scene, but they shoot it so differently, and it's a really good like representation of like how you can film something but make it feel so different just by the framing and what's in the shot.
I love the song with it as well. I don't know what the song is, but I just thought it was dead
neither.
nice.
Yes. And the way it like crescendos and then it's like the big moment and then it's like, whoa, she's engaged. That's crazy. And he's like, boo-hoo. Sad boy. But it was like just little things where it's like the because it's like literally on the screen at the same time, you can see how each of the different things have been set up differently, but obviously like it's the same sort of shot in terms of like the angle and that. Like the first bit when they're walking, when he like comes in, it's like there's no one in the background in the expectation, and like it's like dead close and stuff. And yeah, I think it's well smart. I love it.
I've got one that I can't say on the podcast.
You can say it now.
Yeah.
Our version.
I don't know if I can.
Get ready to bleep.
I don't know if I can.
Wait, one sec.
It's the card that he does. That's
I
roses
actually
are
don't
red,
have the
violets are blue, and then
I don't have the beep, sorry.
another sentence.
Was that your favourite scene?
It wasn't my favourite scene. I just saw it as a note.
What is your favourite scene?
Guys, that's a big question.
What about you, Liv? You really time to think.
Probably like anything from like the very, very start before the relationship goes very, very down. Because I just like cutesy little. Probably just the IKEA date at the start. I love a good little IKEA trip.
I love how they show an early IKEA date and then later IKEA date as well, so it shows the differences.
Yeah.
Because, like, in the first one, like, they're both joking around and they're, like, a lot closer, but then in the second one, like, he's, like, trying to recreate it and he's the only one joking around and she just looks a bit bored and she's just a bit like...
Get over yourself, love.
He's genuinely obsessed with himself, though.
Yeah.
He's, like, such a narcissist. When she's, like... they're at home in bed and she's like starts to give her little monologue. She does many, but she like starts to talk to him, and then she literally just gets like faded out. Like she gets replaced by the narrator, like the voiceover, and then so she's like starts to give this monologue, and then she just gets turned down, and then the narrator's like, Tom wondered if anyone had ever heard this before, if he was the only one.
And then 6 words changed everything.
And it was like, I've never really told anyone this before. It's like, that's what he took from it.
Yeah.
That he was the special person that she told. And it was like, what did she say?
The narrator jump scared me like halfway through the film. I'd forgotten about him and then suddenly he was back. I wrote down, dude just vanished. Why is he back?
Why is he back?
He really scared me.
Get him out of here.
It's not really a scene, but I love like the little title cards that show the days.
Yeah.
So like the earlier days. Hang on, I've got a note. It's like the earlier days are like happier kind of, and like as it gets further on, it gets grayer and it gets rainier and it gets like
Yes.
the relationship's just not going well.
Yeah, and then with the expectation versus reality scene when he walks out and it like goes into the same style as the title cards, then he gets rubbed out.
Yeah,
I love that bit because he just gets erased.
Just get us gone.
Yeah,
Was that quite satisfying for you? So
it really was. I was like, yeah.
and then at the very end, it starts again with autumn.
Mm.
You just
Oh,
like,
I've got that.
God.
Yeah. I've got.
Bloody
It's
heck.
literally just.
someone needs to save her.
I put. My God, this Nokia doesn't work. Not the fourth wall break and the little side eye to the camera.
He thinks,
What you doing, love?
yeah, he thinks he's so quirky.
I
He's
feel like
like-
he just didn't learn much though,
No.
Nothing.
because the fact that the 500 days have started again.
Yeah. And it's the way he, like, when they're having the last one of the... It's not one of the last scenes, but it's, like, when they're on the bench after she's in... It's, like, the
Yeah.
last day,
Yeah.
innit? He goes... She's like, I'm glad you're doing well, or I'm glad you're happy or something. And then he goes, well, I hope you're happy. And it's like, no, she just is.
Yeah.
Like, she's just explained to you that she is happy and she
Yeah.
has a good
Married.
life. Like, she's good.
And then she just says like, I only say it if you mean it, and he goes, in that case.
And
Yeah, and it's like she's so over him, and he's like clinging on. Those three.
I wrote down that I was quite glad they didn't end up together. I was a little bit worried they were going to force it for a happy ending. And I wrote that I was really glad that they hadn't got together because she deserved better.
Oh yeah,
I feel like that's
100%.
one of the things about Tom though, because he sees like takes his all his takes from like love from like films and everything like that, and like in films when they go like I'm not looking for anything serious, then they usually end
Yeah.
up together.
yeah.
So I feel like that's what he was also like basing it off. He's like, she don't mean it. She does want something serious.
Yeah, because he kind of like all of his emotions are just fully based upon her, like, and what she does. And if she like ever so slightly contradicts his like expectations or his like desired narrative, he just breaks down.
Yeah.
The boy is so dramatic. Like,
The film like basically starts with him just smashing plates.
yeah. And the film bit, I've literally put it's like Tom in the film is so dramatic. Like, now his only friend is grief. Come on. It's like the film noir, like, now his only friend is grief. Like,
Get a grip.
yeah, literally.
Get a grip.
The breakdown at work about the cards as well, like that was just embarrassing.
Yeah.
If you
That
don't want to work
is
there,
embarrassing.
fair enough. Just hand in your resignation. What was the breakdown about in the meeting?
Mr. Vance's quote when he like brings him in and he goes, misery, sadness, loss of faith, no reason to live. This is perfect for you.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it is. Yeah. What's her name? The woman who with the cats.
I don't know.
I know you read about them.
She got so violated though.
Yeah.
It was like,
Oh yeah,
I can't remember the cat's name. It was like Mittens or something. It was like
Summit.
Pickles. Yeah. If Pickles goes for it, that's a dead cat.
Bless him.
Didn't need to do Pickles like that.
Keep
God
Pickles
damn.
out of it.
I know.
Quite frankly.
Pickles was trying to catch a butterfly and he made him suicidal.
Yeah.
Not on.
Mm-mm.
it's quite rude.
He literally makes it everyone else's problem.
Like the people
Literally.
who were just holding hands on the street. He's like, "Get a room, really." I'm like, "Stop making everybody else miserable because you are. Get over
shut
yourself."
up. No one actually cares.
They were literally just holding hands as well.
And he's just stood there in his dressing gown.
It was so like pathetic.
I have to say, I love the range of actors in the film because the Catwoman, whatever her name was, from Lab Rats on Disney. That's all that's all it reminded me of. And Millie, who got engaged, Mrs. Dabney from Good Luck Charlie.
I thought I recognised her. I love that.
Guys, have you never seen Good Luck Charlie?
I don't know what the first one you said was either.
What?
Lab Rats.
Yeah, not a clue.
I feel like that's more understandable to not know because
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't say I watched it that often.
Yeah, no, I was quite obsessed. But Good Luck Charlie. Never even heard of it.
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
What is it?
It's so good.
It's just like a Disney Channel show.
Well, that's why I've not watched it, isn't it?
You'd actually quite like it though. It was about this like sister who was making videos for her.
Like her little baby sister.
Yeah.
So it just made me laugh.
Basically.
Mm.
And like it's kind of like a lessons learned each one at the end of it. Because she
Yeah.
goes, well, good luck, Charlie. And then it ends.
See what they did there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Smart.
you
Smart.
can't expect if it was a Disney Channel thing. I expect that I've not watched it unless I've watched it on Disney Plus.
I watched Disney
I watched
Junior,
it on
but I didn't
Disney
really
Plus.
watch the Disney
I
Channel.
didn't have Disney Channel, Disney Plus. I had CBBC.
I watched the
concerned.
BBC.
I only had Disney Channel at my nan's.
What about CIT? Did you watch CITV?
What CITV? Oh, yeah,
Love
milkshake. Oh,
I only watched
Stop.
Milkshake at my
Animals
grandma's.
and
tiny pop.
what was it? Animals.
Almost
and,
naked animals.
Almost naked
Naked
animals.
Animals.
That's it. I was about to say animals in pants.
No, that's horrid.
That's horrid.
I can't remember the Almost Naked Animals.
Almost Naked Animals did have like quite a distinct one though.
It did.
I do remember it, but I don't.
All I keep thinking of it is na 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 na. Purple Hand Gang.
I'd read Horrid Henry books before I'd watched Horrid Henry.
Oof, I need to read those books.
They were my brother's, and he didn't read them, so I stole them.
That's fair. I love Horrid Henry with everything in my heart.
Sorry, I've just seen a comment I made. You know when he gets
Back to
punched?
the film. Sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Sidetracked.
You know when he gets punched?
Yeah.
I think the reason I loved it so much was because it was right after he'd like gone on about how he hates the way women dress.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I wanted to punch him myself because
Get off.
he was just sat there like, oh, all women dress so. I can't even remember what he says, but he's like so rubbish, and it's like, but you dress nicely.
But I like the way you dress.
Yeah, and it's like she's just sat there like,
And then she goes, I'm going to get a tattoo. And he goes,
No.
he
goes-
you get to say it.
And then, yeah, he's like, no. And she's like,
He's so controlling, and he's so like, he gives off narcissistic tendencies.
Hopes and prayers for autumn.
Yeah,
oh,
honestly.
Jesus Christ.
I can't believe we went from him in 10 Things I Hate About You to this.
No, I know.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
The whole time I was like, is this the same guy? Is that the same guy?
Is it the same guy?
You didn't realise.
And then, but then it was like, when he to go to his side profile, I'm like, yeah, that's Cameron. That is Cameron.
Rain didn't know.
But Rain didn't watch 10 Things to Hate
That
About
is
You,
fair,
fully
yeah.
loves
Forgot about
I watched half of it. I tried.
Was
tried.
he even in the half you watched?
I mean, he was
Yeah, he must have
surely.
been.
Surely.
I watched the last half. I was quite
Well,
confused.
it was
The
Cameron.
silence, I think, speaks words.
I've written down something about the nice guy archetype.
Mm.
The fact that he's not a good guy, but he's like a nice guy. He's like,
He's one of those people who's like, girls don't like nice guys. Why won't people date me? People should like me. I'm a nice guy.
He's like, in his head, he is kind of the golden standard of like, he's just, he's not like a Chad, like the guy who punched him.
Not like
I could
other
not-
boys.
Exactly, he's quirky and different. But then like as soon as she rejects him, he turns so quickly, and everything goes on her, and it's quite scary. Like the way he's like this cute little guy who's like got a crush, but then as soon as she does something, he flips, and then and he proper like after he gets punched, that scene afterwards when he's like, I get a say in it as well. And I say we're a couple. He's like proper angry, and it was well scary because she looked terrified. It was like,
I was really worried for her at that point.
yeah, I was just like, how can you switch so fast? And he genuinely looked like so annoyed at her, as if she'd done anything, and she hadn't. I love Summer.
It annoyed me that she was the one that came to him after it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Yeah.
the recognition, guys.
Moving
Like-
on.
Yeah.
Because, like, girl, get a grip of yourself.
Yeah.
That's like one of the points I was
Yeah.
like, what are you doing,
She was
Summer?
like, I shouldn't have said that, or like I shouldn't have got so angry or something. He didn't apologise at all.
No.
Yeah,
he
he
didn't
was
say
just
anything.
stood there and he was like waiting for her to say more, and then like she said more, and then he caved and actually let her kiss him.
He should have been the one apologising though.
Yeah.
I've watched quite a lot of reviews on the film, and a lot of them, like, even if they do acknowledge that Tom was, like, in the wrong and Summer made it explicitly clear, they do always say, like, that she still didn't have much of a regard for other people's, like, feelings and stuff, and she did just do what she wants. But I feel like that's so fair.
Yeah.
It's not like she didn't care about people's feelings, but she did do what she wanted, because it was, like...
Yeah.
her choice.
Yeah, like respect to that, because like I feel like
Yeah.
so many people just do things for other people.
Exactly, but she, like, it's not like she hid anything
No.
or that she was, like, cheating on him or anything, like Rachel said.
Yeah.
But it's when he says things like, oh, you just do what you want to, don't you? And it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the point. She's allowed to. She's an
It's-
independent
It's
woman.
your own world. You can do what you want for it, though.
And she does
Exactly.
not want a boyfriend.
Yeah, but she does want a husband.
But when it clicks, it clicks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think she
That's
just
what I
doesn't
learned.
want Tom. And honestly, fair.
Good for her.
Yeah.
I hated as well when he went on like that blind date with that girl and he was just like venting the whole time.
Yeah.
He
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
this is what she did, this is what she...
I
And
felt so bad for that girl.
And then
She
she
looked
was
so
just on
annoyed.
Summer's side. She went, so you were in the wrong. Basically,
Yeah.
you were in the wrong.
It was like, she didn't cheat on you. She didn't manipulate you. She didn't
Take advantage.
take advantage of you. Get a grip, mate.
And she told you from the start she didn't want anything serious.
Yeah, and he just sits there staring blankly.
Yeah,
as
he's
if
like-
this is like... Doesn't he go like, I know what to do now? As if
It's like, I've got an idea. Karaoke time.
Just go to therapy, like that poor girl.
But
Yeah.
why therapy when karaoke?
So true.
But you need a therapist to tell him he's wrong,
Also the way
to
halfway...
fix his
I
head.
doubt he'd listen to a therapist, to be fair. You see if I
Yeah. He'd be imagining himself in a film.
Mm.
With a man that might punch him
Like,
this time.
there's one thing for having a main character moment and like living your life through
Yeah.
like that ideology and actually genuinely going, where are the movie cameras at?
Yeah. But like, halfway through that karaoke session...
Yeah, karaoke.
Yeah. When she gets up to leave, he's like shocked that she's left.
He's like,
as if they
yeah.
were on a date.
Yeah, go, she's fine.
So you just sat there and ranted about this girl who does not like you.
Yeah, he's like,
She seemed so nice as well, like at the beginning.
Yeah, she's just there for a good time, and then
It was the same diner as well, wasn't it? It's like it was the same one where she
yeah.
went, I think we should just be friends,
Yeah.
or whatever she said. And then it
I
was
did
just,
not catch that.
it was the same diner, so it's like he's still trying to like recreate their relationship.
Yeah. 'Cause it was
He's
the
not trying to move on.
That's creepy.
same karaoke stage.
To be
Oh,
fair,
yeah,
I think
the
he did just like
painting.
the. I think he just liked the karaoke place.
I just think
The-
you just
the-
like
No, they have
karaoke.
talked about. They were like, his mate got drunk.
yeah,
I
He
think.
got
They
kicked
just, I think
out.
I
that,
think that's
that was
just
just them being a big fan of the karaoke
local,
place.
the local pub. More, yeah,
Yeah.
The local karaoke place.
yeah, love that.
Do you know Rachel's football soccer game
Yeah.
when it's like you think, oh, he's moving on, he's getting better.
Mm.
She goes, oh, he's sketching again, and it's like,
Oh,
what's he
What
sketching
are
though?
you sketching?
Someone check what he's actually sketching, because that is not buildings.
No. I wouldn't class it as architecture personally.
Funky looking
No.
building, if you ask me.
Yeah. Just her with a knife.
It was a bit dramatic, really.
Yeah.
He was giving like heartbroken emo 15-year-old boy.
Emo Tom Holland.
No, he literally is emo Tom Holland, just in all of it.
He's been broken up for the first time.
If Peter Parker got rejected and didn't get bit by a spider. Did anyone have anything like in terms of the technical bits of it, like the cinematography?
Technical
Because
goods.
we are film students, if you didn't know. Like that anyone really liked, because there were a few transitions that I quite liked, like the elevator.
You take it away.
What?
I was like, you take it away. Oh!
I
Yeah,
don't know what you're
One
about.
where he goes in and then he goes and then it opens and he's just
Yeah.
like depressed.
Yeah. I did write that one down.
I thought that was quite funny.
I didn't write it down, but I didn't acknowledge it.
And also the one in the expectations versus reality scene where it's like it pushes the expectations out of the frame. Because
Didn't you look at this for your film?
This is inspiration for my film.
Love that.
love it?
Didn't quite work.
Have you written about it in your evaluation?
Not yet.
'Cause
But I
it's
do need.
insane.
I do need another narrative influence.
There you go.
It's so easy to talk about. But that must have taken like such like what's that? The word? For planning?
Whoa.
Yeah, no, I thought about it. Scrap that, cut that. That must have taken a lot of prior planning
Well done,
to
Sophie.
execute that
Yeah.
and to know that that's how you wanted it. Because I saw a thing where it was like Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yep.
Thank you. I always have to you know more about actors?
That was a big name. Can you tell me who that was?
I second this.
Tom.
Tom.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tom.
Emo Tom.
Cameron. I like to say.
No,
Normal
Tom.
Tom.
Normal Tom.
Tom.
Okay, I had to check.
Cameron.
Who, same person.
From
He
Yeah, but emo Tom is young Tom, and Tom is old Tom.
yeah, same character. Tom. Anyway, he was talking about how the director Mark Webb. Yes, I think.
I believe you.
Yep.
I believe you.
I'll take
You
that.
know what?
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Really embarrassing. If
I was
it's
gonna say
not.
it'll be like edited on.
Yeah, we
Twitter,
can.
it's not.
I'll just dub your voice over the top.
About how he like knew how that specific scene was gonna look, just like fully, like he knew exactly how it was gonna be when he was making it. Because I feel like you sort of do have to, for something like that. And I thought, I mean, I've already talked about it, but like I just think it's amazing. Like the way there's just like subtle differences where it's like, in when they go outside and when they go outside.
Yeah.
And in their expectations, they're like sat talking together, like in the middle of the frame, surrounded by people. But then in the other one, they're like on either side of the frame with a bunch of people in the middle.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, distance.
And it's not even like they're in the same frame. It's like it cuts from either.
Yeah.
It's a shot reverse shot. Type
Yeah.
thing.
Agreed.
So.
And just like the different like the mise-en-scène guys.
Oh.
They like in the expectations there's like flowers and stuff in the,
Yeah.
and then they take that out for the reality, and there's less people in the expectations when it cuts to the crowd.
Yeah.
Also, which I think is hilarious, is the way when he walks in and he goes to like he like nods to someone or waves at someone in
Oh, yeah.
house.
In the expectations.
In the expectations, no, he does it in both, but in the expectations it cuts to someone, the smaller crowd, and someone like responds.
Actually being like, yeah, I am.
Yeah. And in the reality it just cuts to a massive crowd and just
No
no
one.
response. I thought that was quite funny.
You're getting important messages in our podcast.
I am, sorry.
Somewhere you need to be.
No.
This is just not important enough for you.
It's just streaks. Don't worry.
Not from Oops members.
No,
I hope.
it's not. You can check.
It's okay, I trust you.
Not from a single Lynx
I'm like a
member.
toxic. I'm Tom.
Toxic work environment.
who's messaging you?
Yeah, man, I put a streaks of my other podcast, and Sophie always like sends me an angry message like flaunting the adultery.
Yeah.
Right, well,
True, to be fair. Slut.
I mean, I
You
do.
were
Have,
with us first.
yeah, but I do have matching bracelets with them.
Slag.
I
Like
don't think that can win the
No?
podcast.
It's cute.
That's like rocking up to your
Which
like,
one?
The moon, because Liv's got a son and PJ's got a star.
It's like rocking up to your like husband with an engagement ring to someone else.
Guys, we can all have
Not on.
friendship bracelets.
I mean, you did it first with the other girl.
Oh my god, it's like iCarly.
What?
Did no one see that one crossover episode with iCarly and Victorious?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
I saw the one massive Halloween Disney crossover episode, and that's like all I've seen.
It was dramatic.
iCarly's Nickelodeon.
I don't think this is 500
Guys,
days of
back
summer.
to the film.
Yeah.
Back to the film.
Anyone else got any?
I didn't like Tom. I thought this was a bit brutal. I just woke up one day and I just knew what I was never sure of when I was with you.
Yeah, no.
that was a bit rude.
Okay, but was it necessary?
No.
Ever so slightly.
No,
I
I,
mean,
think it was a bit.
Yeah.
For his mental state, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I feel like with anyone else, it wouldn't have been necessary,
No.
but because it
But
was
with
him.
I think that was a really intentional, like, thing that she
Little
did.
dig.
Yeah,
It's just so little that it like gets under. Like, he'll think about it.
yeah, that hit him
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
Please leave me alone. Please stop. What?
I thought you just said about you, but
Not really.
So we like,
I don't want to be on the podcast anymore.
She was trying to get him to stop.
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's fair.
Mm.
No, I'm asking Sophie to please leave me alone.
I was genuinely really confused.
Sophie, stop it,
So
Sophie.
I'd have to give a statement to the camera, like,
They've stolen
No one
they've
is
stolen your
being-
seat, and now they just want you to leave them alone. Save me.
no one is being held against their will.
Got that
No,
out.
this is the group podcast that we all love and enjoy together.
I'm a prisoner.
Someone mute Ryan's mic.
Just beep them. I like how you also didn't talk, as if your mic.
Your privilege is back.
Privilege is back. I got privileges again.
Not happy about it.
You're not an happy chappy, apparently. But podcast situation.
Oh, yeah. I'm still confused.
Does anyone else have any other notes?
I'm trying to think if I've got any quotes.
I have
We love
one
quotes.
where he's like, I think this is when he's really happy,
Mm.
and then he's in like the religious section of the cards or something, and he goes, "Have you tried Mary?" And then they all go, "Oh, that's brilliant."
I love it.
Oh, I wrote a quote down. I put, I have Tourette's. She has it too. I found this quite funny.
Oh my god, I love that scene. Just that whole scene there.
The phallic
Yeah.
shouting words.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, no, that's the pickle quote.
Fuck off.
We have a whole line of inspirational cards featuring Pickles, my cat. I think people will really enjoy them.
Mm.
I would have really enjoyed some pickles.
Yeah, but if Pickle goes for it, that's a dead cat.
Same,
Not-
honestly.
Not Pickles.
Bring anyone else into it, but not Pickles. What's Pickles done to you?
When Tom's like being really dramatic about the way
When
she
is he
talks in the elevator, and Paul goes. Also, love Paul, by the way.
Yeah.
Which one's Paul?
I'm assuming his best
his
mate.
mate. Yeah, his best mate. The one that says, did she say hey instead of hi? Because you know that means she's a lesbian, right?
Spencer Reid.
Yeah. Sure.
Same actor.
I don't know who Spencer Reid. Oh, Twilight.
Criminal Minds.
Criminal Minds.
Criminal
Don't look at me when you say Twilight.
Have you seen Twilight?
Twilight's Edward Cullen.
No.
Why did
No.
you say that so horrified? Why
How
haven't you watched
dare
Twilight?
you.
Because I'm quite proud of the fact
Such
that I've
an
never seen
accusation.
Twilight.
Don't.
Next time it's my turn to pick a film.
I refuse.
No, I won't.
I refuse more than Harry Potter.
Am I allowed to refuse Harry
Don't
Potter
even
on
know
a
in the
moral
same sentence.
on a moral basis? Am I allowed to refuse Harry Potter?
No.
I mean, if you watch it on Bob, I feel like she won't profit.
Yeah.
I think
I've
Bob's
got the
a bit dodgy
DVD.
anyway.
I've got
the DVD.
I might have the DVD. I don't think I got rid of my books, but the DVD
They
doesn't
were
belong to me.
investing when we choose them on today. Because, you know what, I've got a DVD and stuff around. Me too.
Rain's permanently
I
that
love
seat
it.
now.
Have I been evicted from my seat?
Yeah.
I just
needed
a charger.
Yeah, no. I'm quite happy going my whole life not watching Twilight.
That is so
Oh, really?
fair.
That
I
is
wish
quite
I could say that same.
Also, people don't realise this, but loneliness It's underrated.
Loneliness. To be fair, loneliness is underrated.
Not loneliness.
No, but like
Like,
not.
Being alone is different to
alone.
loneliness.
Being alone is underrated, but loneliness.
Oh yeah, being alone's underrated.
He's just
I
like
stand by that.
sadness. It's underrated.
Hand on heart. I mean, I've had no choice, but
Single lady.
single lady, 17 years of my life.
What?
What?
I didn't know what you're on about.
Oh.
I thought you were just like.
I've been an independent
I
woman for
thought you were just
17
like,
years.
your family's left you alone at home or something. You're like, I had no choice. I was like,
I
are you okay?
I got distracted by my ticks. Now I have no clue what's going on.
We were saying that Tom is like, oh, loneliness is overrated, and I was like, you know what? Being alone is underrated. Yeah. And I was like, because I've been iconic independent woman for 17 years of my humble little 17 years of living.
I thought she'd just been left alone at home.
No.
I've also got which is another bit melodramatic moment from Tom.
When is there not?
I think it's kind of like how they say, "There's plenty of other fish in the sea." It's from Paul. No. They say that. Well, they're lying.
There's
And then when Rachel says like, all my friends have a crush on you, he's like, they're not fish.
They're
They're
guppies.
guppies.
Yeah, I quite like that line.
But that makes me think he was kind of thinking about it, which is a bit.
No, I also got that.
I mean, I wouldn't
No,
put it past
slightly,
him, 'cause
slightly.
it's messed
Slightly.
up in head.
Not like actually, but like
Okay.
you could just say, "Girl, they're the same age as you."
Yeah, that's fair.
I
What does
love-
guppies mean?
I think it's just like baby fish.
There's little fish.
Little fish.
I
thought it was
loved
like-
when... Sorry, I keep cutting
I
you
was gonna
off.
say I thought it was like Girl Scouts or something.
Yeah, I thought it was like something like that.
Yeah.
I only know it because of Bubble Guppies.
Oh, Bubble Guppies.
Never watched it.
Nope.
I watched it. I watched Bubble Guppies.
Never seen it. I've only heard of it. I just
It was
presumed
like-
they were little fish.
It was like little baby mermaids,
Lovely.
Oh, I do know what you mean.
and their pets were like dogfish crossover things, and it was kind of weird.
It's called Bubble Puppy.
Yeah, I wasn't wrong.
It's horrifying.
No, leave Bubble Puppy alone.
It's just a dog.
With a tail. Wait.
Verity had a surgery since we were last there because I thought she had a tail.
It's not. It's not even. It's a
another
mermaid tail.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant.
I think most dogs have tails, Sophie.
Not mermaid tail.
I'm quite disappointed that Verity doesn't have a mermaid tail. I might actually like Verity too if she had a
She
mermaid
doesn't
tail.
swim.
Neither do I.
She's scared of waves.
I thought that's fair.
My dog eats the waves.
I don't think my dog's ever been in the water.
Our waves scannable.
Don't know.
How does your dog eat the waves?
It gives it its best
He likes
go.
to give it a go. Yeah.
Ah.
I'm gonna go back to the dancing
Back
scene
to
because I have
India,
no notes on
yeah.
it. I did forget about
Oh,
Even
these.
paragraph.
Yeah. So it's basically just his life is like a film because when he walks out, I don't know if you've all seen Spider-Man 3, the Tobey Maguire one.
Yeah.
I have not.
When he walks out and he does that dance, I feel like you've seen the clip. I
I feel like you're
everyone's
still
seen the
in
clip.
own hope and
I
that
feel,
the
I
clip
feel like
appears in my
like it's
mind.
quite an iconic clip.
I feel like I've seen
I'm
it, but I can't
getting,
picture
I'm getting the aura that you've seen the clip.
you
I'm
have
getting the
seen the clip.
sense.
I sense that you've seen the clip.
I don't think I have, love.
No,
I've
you-
only seen the Tom Holland Spider-Mans.
That's just what he reminded me of when he walked out the building.
Right, I see. I'm putting the connection together now that I've seen the clip.
Whoever's editing this will probably need that clip.
And then
Yeah.
when he looks in the reflection, Han Solo staring back at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering who that Don was.
I was just thinking nerd alert.
How?
You didn't know who Han Solo was?
When Han Solo's reflected back, I just thought nerd alert.
I
don't- but-
Which way?
Yeah, but how has that made you think of Bumper?
Because it's Star Wars.
Oh, stop. Yeah, continue.
I don't know.
Do you know who Han Solo is?
I don't know who Han Solo is.
I don't
You don't know who Han Solo
It's
I've
is?
seen, like,
Star Wars.
I've seen a single Star Wars film and I know who Han Solo is.
I haven't seen any.
The only thing I've got is that she cries at the film and he doesn't show a single bit of emotion.
Yeah.
I didn't pick up on that.
She's there like sobbing, and he looks at her just like.
When?
Right.
You watch the film?
quite near the
when
end, I
they're
think.
watching the film. I thought you meant like when you were watching the film, you noticed that throughout only she cries and not him. It's fine. I got you on
when they're like at the cinema.
I got what you mean now. Yeah.
And then he asks her if she's alright, and she just says, yeah, I'm fine, and then he just accepts that.
He's like,
It's like,
alright.
yeah.
It's like, you can clearly see Lily is sobbing.
Yeah, because loads of the, like, things when people say, like, oh, she doesn't care, or, like, she tries to hide stuff, and it's like, no, she was, like, full-on crying.
Yeah.
Like, she wasn't, like, she was, like, brushing it off just because that's, like, when people say, oh, I'm fine.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
really,
you don't
they're
want to fully go into it right there and then.
Yeah.
You want to compose yourself then later.
But he was just thinking about himself, probably.
He was just like confused when he was like, "You crying about the film?" Like it wasn't sad.
Yeah, because it was just, like, someone getting married and
But in a marriage that
looking miserable.
she didn't want to be in.
Yeah. And he was like, cute. Love that. Love that for them.
Love that!
My future.
Pinterest board.
Right, don't bring Pinterest into that.
I apologise. I didn't mean to offend Pinterest.
Don't say him.
He would not use Pinterest.
Yeah, no.
What? What did she say?
Tom would
Said
not
he
use...
would not use
Is it
Pinterest.
pink? I was like, pink?
Yeah, we're bringing Pink into this.
I'm sure pink's on Pinterest.
I reckon she is.
She's probably on Facebook, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Probably zooming around the clouds there.
I'd love to go to a Pink concert just to see her
Oh,
flying
just
around.
for
it's
seeing
amazing.
Have you been?
She does fly at every concert.
Can confirm.
Can confirm she does soar.
Does anyone get anything else to add about the film?
Soaring. No.
Are we done then?
Like, comment, and subscribe to our amazing, beautiful YouTube channel. If you're listening on Spotify,
Because we're professional like that.
yeah, leave us a 5-star review.
It's a cross-media production.
Yeah. Comment any films you would like us to watch. Any,
Oh.
yeah.
Audience interaction.
If you want to be on the podcast, send us a little comment. We'll try and make it happen. Probably not.
You don't get your
There's a big waiting list.
Yeah.
High in demand.
You can always email us to get on the waiting list.
We heard voicespod@gmail.com.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's right. I don't
it is. Yeah, subscribe please, and that is the end.
Turn on that notification bell.
Yeah,
So
notification
you
bell.
get notified every
Sub.
time we upload a new video.
Yeah, because they're not going to be that consistent. Bye.